And we are live. Now to set the scene over to the game. There I am, but where's the game? There's the game. Alright. So, with this randomizer mod, I'm going to be doing the Lonesome Roads DLC. And Eddie is a Robo-Scorpion. And before I head to the DLC, I'm going to be picking up a companion, which I don't think you can have companions while you're doing the Lonesome Roads DLC. And let's do that so I don't annoy people with the constant crashing sound. So it's very likely that I'll recruit her and then have her go to the presidential suite at the Lucky 38. Sing with Eddie and Spike when I get back there, because I don't think you could have your Deathclaw companion go somewhere. Alright, now where did she go? Oh, there she is over there. This randomizer often changes the outfits of the characters. Like before, this prospector was in... Actually, I don't remember, but now they're in Enclave power armor.
Got killed right in his own casino. You know he pissed off the wrong guy.
Yep, and that guy was me. And normally Veronica doesn't look like this. It's because of a mod that I installed that replaces... Well, I shouldn't say replace, which changes Veronica and Ganon into foxes.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from?
The grave.
Huh. Well, in that case, I take it back. You look pretty good, given the circumstances. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground. Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family, whatever they need.
Another thing I like about the Fox Race mod is that they don't have static faces. They actually have eye blinking animations and talking. It's not just a static expression like I originally thought.
Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level? I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them?
I wonder if there's unique dialogue if you're in good terms with the Brotherhood of Steel before talking to Veronica. Never tried that.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem for me. I can't afford anything like that. Hey, so where are you headed anyway? Just wherever the wind takes you, huh? I like that. Keeps things interesting. I'll be honest. You're the first person I've run across out here that looks like he can really handle himself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together, help each other out. Good. That's the look I was going for. Trust me on this one, though. You'll be glad you brought me along. If I turn out to be a burden, we can part ways at any time. No hard feelings. Oh, nowhere in particular, really. Just hoping to see more of the world, looking for a fresh perspective. I want to see how different groups have adapted to survive in the Mojave, see if there's something I can learn from. Like I said, they can handle themselves, and I'm not the only one getting supplies for them. It's a big family. Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along? I'm great at punching people. I'm not gonna lie. It's a gift. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand. Let's hit the road, huh?
Alright, so let's head back to the Lucky 38. And then dismiss Eddie and Veronica and have Spike stay at the presidential suite, and then head over to where the Lonesome Roads DLC starts and play through it and see what's different with the randomizer mod. Actually, there's something at the modded presidential suite that can clean my rat away. And also I'm wearing very light armor, since I'll be getting armor during the DLC. So I'm traveling lightly with some weapons on me. I don't think the plasma pistol could be modded, but it's because of a mod that I installed that adds more weapons to be moddable, like the survivalist rifle and a lot of other various weapons. I would fast travel, but I don't know if that would mess up the bike.
If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph's.
Alright then. Wait, is he still? No, he isn't. Give me 1 second here. Set name. Spike. There we are.
Found at Mick and Ralph's.
Normally you would be able to name your Deathclaw companion from the Deathclaw Commander mod, but for some reason, I think it's because of the randomizer, it doesn't make the option to name your Deathclaw there. So it's just called Deathclaw Young Alpha, I think it's called normally. Let's see. Young Alpha Deathclaw. So I have to use the set name command to change it to how it normally would be if the name picking dialogue was not bugged out. Turn those thugs into goo. And if you haven't seen my previous streams of this mod, well, not really a mod, but of this Fallout New Vegas, I installed a mod that changes the loading screens, as you saw. Alright, Presidential Suite. And if you haven't seen the Presidential Suite in one of my previous streams, with the mod, it makes it more unique, and it has like a little armory, as you can see, with all the weapons that I've collected, as well as the explosives, and in there is the different kinds of armor, like clothing, accessories, light armor, medium armor, heavy armor, which is power armor, and miscellaneous armor, which is just that. Okay, back to what I was doing. Now for Veronica.
What'd you think of Mr. House? I was surprised he only had the 2 robot sex slaves.
The reason why Veronica says that is because there was originally 2 Securitrons. That one of them is supposed to be like Marilyn Monroe, and another which stayed in the game named Jane. So that's why she says 2 instead of 1.
Why does everyone always say that? Nice! Can I order room service?
Alright, Spike, let's bring you over here. Come on, Spike. There you go. And now, have you wait here. I think this is how I can restore my radiation damage. Yeah. Alright. Now that my companions are here, and Spike's here, now let's ride to where the Lonesome Roads DLC starts. And see what the characters in that are gonna be. You may remember that I've played through the DLCs before, but now I'm going to be going through them again with the randomizer mod to see how different they become with the randomizer.
Move along.
Originally, I wasn't gonna stream today because I thought I didn't have the time to stream, but as luck would have it, I got an opportunity to stream.
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
And I'm thinking tomorrow, if I'm able to, I'll finish up the Lonesome Roads DLC. Since it's too big to do a single stream on it. Or at least it might limit that I stream for. So now we ride. The reason why I'm clipping through everything is because of a button that's the plus button on the keyboard that allows me to go through these. That way you don't hit this every single few minutes or so. And there is an updated version of the motorcycle mod, but unfortunately that one is very broken. I forgot that I didn't have TGM or TDM on. Well, let's do that and not die this time. never fast traveled once, since why fast travel when you can just go there on the bike? This also reminds me a little bit of, I think the game is called Days Gone, which is a zombie game where you play as a biker who is voiced by, and I think portrayed by, the same guy who did the voice of Starkiller in Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1 and 2, and voiced Darth Maul in Star Wars Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. And also voiced Palpatine in a few Star Wars games. And here we are once again. Lonesome Road. Like I said before, I never brought my companions to this DLC, or the Honest Hearts DLC, or the Old World Blues DLC, since I think, like with the Dead Money DLC, when you started, your companions will automatically dismiss themselves. As I found out the hard way when I first played the Dead Money DLC, back when Fallout New Vegas was relevant. Well, I mean, it still kind of is, but not as much as it did when it first came out. At least to my knowledge, anyway. Alright, now let's see what this Eddie is. See if he changed in any way. Doesn't look like it, but he's not playable just yet. Or should I say not recruitable just yet, so maybe he changes after he's released. And survey says... Nope, still regular Eddie.
Ralphie! Fly far, fly fast!
I think this dialogue shows up if you've recruited Eddie in the Mojave Wasteland.
Experiment log 369248/B. iBot Duraframe Universal Interface Override System. This is Dr. Whitley presiding. We've boosted signal gain and enlarged the overflow buffer system. That should ensure 100% connectivity and control. Eddie, whenever you're ready. Yes, success. Reporting full success on 369248/B. Eddie was able to interface with and override the test panel in under 3 seconds. Great job, team. Now let's start on the proposal for the full rollout.
I wonder how Courier 6 is able to understand Eddie. Maybe during their times as a courier, they come across some iBots. Alright, Eddie, do your thing. If you can. Okay, I think he's stuck. Might need to knock him out to reset his, what's it called? I have an idea. Let's do some research on... Let's see. Shows the code for the regular Eddie. Okay. XX004CDA. Alright. Get OBS up in here. Okay. Place at me. XX004 CDA. No. Alright. Yeah. XX004 CDA. Must be something else that I'm forgetting. Let's do this. Let's research. Oh, it's player point place at me. Alright. Alright. Player point place at me. XX004 CDA. Really? Right. Time for more research, unfortunately. Okay. Fallout New Vegas. Place at me. Command. find what XX stands for, go in the Divide, press on an NPC and look up their code. The XX is the first 2 digits. If everything works fine, a perfect copy of Lonesome Roads Eddie would spawn at your location. That doesn't really tell me much. Okay. I think it's GML for the... No? See if Eddie can do this. No? Maybe if I change the gravity, then it'll help Edie or Eddie. Vanilla Fallout New Vegas doesn't have a command code for gravity, and how randomizer gravity changes work is a misery to me. Could have sworn that there was one for changing the gravity. Maybe there's one for resetting the pathing. Let's see here. Oh, wait, there might be something on the cheat terminal. Let's see. Lonesome Roads. No. Maybe move to location? No. Okay, seems like there's gonna be some trial and error. Maybe 04? Ah, here we go. Oh. I was hoping that it would... Okay, let's try reloading. See if that somehow was the answer. If it was, then It would have saved a lot of time. An empty locked ammo bug crate. Alright. Take 2 of this. Try this again. Really? Okay, let's try lowering Eddie's height. See if that fixes it. Let's see. Okay, set scale 1 or 2. Alright. Type player points set scale. Okay. Might be onto something. Hopefully. Oh. I've been swindled. Maybe if I just do set scale, then that would... Okay, let's give it a test. Okay. Now let's reload, hopefully one last time, and let's see if I can get it to go the way it was meant to. The ammo box had something in it this time. looks promising so far. Hey, there we go. Well, that saved the stream, thankfully. So the stream gets to continue, thankfully. And now, off we go. Speaking of the dialogue, I should probably unlock some of the other features. Let's pick up the scrap metal so I can turn it into nails for the nail gun, assuming I pick up one during this.
Dr. Grant? What the hell do you think you're doing?
Ah, Whitley, there you are. Orders from Colonel Autumn. He feels the iBot Duraframe project isn't advancing quickly enough. I'm to...
You didn't even disengage his damage avoidance protocols. You're hurting him.
Don't be ridiculous. It's just a machine. See here. I've already increased the navigation system's efficiency by 65%.
Get the hell out of here!
Fine, Whitley. It's your lab. At least until I tell the Colonel about this.
I wonder if Fallout New Vegas is connected to the story of Fallout. Like, does it take place sometime before or after Fallout 3, or what? I know it takes place after Fallout 1 and 2 because the events of Fallout 1 and 2 are mentioned. Hey, first try. But Fallout 3, or rather the events of Fallout 3, haven't been mentioned. So it's hard to tell if this takes place before Fallout 3, or during, or sometime after, or what. So far, this Okay, forget what I was about to say. So far this all looks pretty much the same, and then I looked at him, and he's not wearing the usual marked armor. So it's safe to say that the randomizer works with the DLCs as well. Alright, let's bring up my medicine skill. Since I have some ammo for this, I'll use this for a while. Viva Las Vegas. That's certainly not in the game. At least I don't think, anyway. Alright, Eddie, do your thing. Oh wait, I need to get the codes first. Accidentally skipped a little step there. Too bad the science skill doesn't highlight the codes for the hacking. That would make the skill very useful. Instead of just being able to hack into higher level terminals. I imagine there's a mod that does that, but I could be wrong. Nice. Right. Don't mind me, sentry bots. Alright, Eddie, now do your thing. Give me 1 second here. There we go. The OBS stream was scrolled up a bit, which tends to happen when I have it on windowed mode. Couldn't think of the word for a minute, but it's fixed now. The Nuka Breaker. hunting rifle. Normally you would get from the gun runner, part of the gun runner's DLC. And there was nothing in there but a big spoon.
There's your signal. Faint, but there. Just like NCR. Voice without fire, without strength. Sick. Her tales of you walking the Mojave. Giving the two-headed bear strength. Giving hollow men like Kimball, like Crocker, half the life Hanman had. Now, let's test that strength, that conviction. Courier. No, not new. And not new among all those in the shadow of the bear. You know their flag. A bear with two heads. Symbols an old world one. Had one head then. Better off for it. Their flag speaks to their spirit. They're split like any two-headed animal. Trying to go in different directions, ending up nowhere. In a Mojave, that'll only get you sand between your fingers, or over your grave. America sleeps ahead of you. Its nightmares filled with quakes, storms. You'll need to find your own path. That means waking America's spears up from their slumber. There's ways. Warheads set off collapse. Warheads could open the gates again. You're resourceful. That machine, robot with you, can help you find the warheads you need to destroy. And their trigger, the detonator. The way ahead is below. The tools are there. The rest, up to you. Who are you who do not know your history? You came all this way for answers. Only currency I have. Nothing else to be gained. Could turn around, walk away at any time. If history matters to you, you'll need to earn it. Any laws of mine, I have already cast away in the Divide. They're lost to you. For now, find the trigger for the warheads buried in Hopeville. Use it to keep moving and keep alive. The Divide will send its worst against you. It may break you. We'll see if you're stronger. Road gets rougher from here, courier. Left marks for you. Colors will tell the way if you're smart. They'll lead you to your home one more time. Lead to the ending of it. Maybe remind you why you wander.
This isn't, what I'm about to say isn't related to Fallout New Vegas, but I think on the 30th, the first DLC for Starfield called Shattered Skies, or I think it's called, or Shattered Stars, or something along those lines, is going to be coming out. Which, if I'm able to get the DLC, maybe I'll do a stream or some of it. But that's a big if, considering Well, I'm pretty broke. And that's putting it mildly. Almost didn't pick those up. Alright, let's see here. I wonder where my armor disappeared. Shows that I'm wearing it, but for some reason it's not. Oh, there we go. No clue what that was all about. Not sure why flowers in clothes, but okay. So hard he went stiff. Got it. Okay, have enough to get those. Where is it? Here it is. Let's turn off the TDM so I can lower the conditions. Okay, forget what I was about to say. let's hotkey the laser detonator. There we go. And let's bind that to 4. Now let's go to the other barracks and get the loot from there. See if this thing does anything to him. And there's no enemies in here. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Don't think I looted from him yet. No, we haven't. That one. Ah, there we go. Couldn't move for some reason. That takes care of that. Shows there's a couple of enemies this way. Let's bring up my explosive skill this time. There was another warhead somewhere up there, but I guess not.
I don't believe it. Grant actually went to Colonel Autumn and got approval for her damned efficiency guidelines. All experiments will be carried out with the test subject fully active to reduce iteration time. It's barbaric. I've explained this to the Colonel. Just because the iBots don't have true AI doesn't mean they're just machines. I guess results are all that matter around here. Forget things like ethical procedures or humane treatment. I'm starting to have serious misgivings about leadership around here. At least I've got you to talk to, huh, Eddie?
Instead of a death claw, it's a tiny Yaogwai. Found these guys before. Flopped around there. Okay, not sure how that happened, but okay.
Programming required to try to kill you now.
What's the explosive requirements for the grenade launcher? 75, and what's mine now? Have a bit of a ways to go, not that it matters anyway. At least none that I've noticed.
There you are. You went quiet for a time. Knew killing the bear wouldn't prove easy. You and your machine. You survived. There's a lesson here in the Divide. Old world history about paving and intentions could teach the Republic a thing or two, if they listened. They have an idea of trying to do what's right, never quite getting there. Maybe you've seen it. Nipton. Elsewhere. Trying doesn't hold much weight with me. Legion doesn't try to kill people. They do it. The bear kills people trying to protect them. Ironie's sharp. And Legion, their flag may be old, but it's not at war with itself. No matter now, Bear couldn't hold the Divide. You and that machine are all that remains of NCR here. Rest fell to radiation, fire, and what burrows below. Tunnelers, predators that make their own roads beneath the ground here. Divide broke their sky, showed them the world above, and the scent of new prey. Be a slower death for the Mojave than bombs and fire, but they'll come for its people, from where they least expect, below. Makes sense. Truth favors that. Matches the history of this place. Were signs they were here for a long time, before marked men, before what happened to the Divide cracked their sky. If so, they were buried deep. Might have been born the day America's embers started to settle. Seen worse things twisted by radiation. You see true, not scavengers. It's what they wore before this all happened. Pain makes for strange allies. The hate the bear and bull shared across the battlefield now turned against the Divide. Few survived, intact. Many NCR were already here when the destruction happened, keeping the route east open in fear of Caesar, fear of the Legion. The dam, that old world wall. The bear, NCR, couldn't be allowed to reach it easily. Long 15, Cayman, both bad enough. Kimball, Kaiser, House. You'd think their whole world was that wall, cutting the Colorado. If I'd never laid eyes on it, never spoke of it. But once found, it was all Caesar could see. That, and the flag beyond it, another symbol, big enough to challenge him. And the Divide, one of the roads to it. Legion was tasked with cutting that artery. If you can't kill the bear in one stroke, bleed it, starve it. That kind of murder. It's what any of the Legion would have done. Now, the Divide belongs to history. They bear false versions of Legate Linnaeus' masks, the one Caesar fashioned for him. Thought it was an insult at first. No better now. It's shaped from Divide metal, not with care and strength, but with hate. Keeps them anchored. Crude, effective, like the blade memories they carry, distant mirrors of their legate, a symbol they can hold on to, while the Divide tears at them. At the end of the high road lies Ashton, its silo. That machine with you, it can open it, wake it up, like it did the one in Hopeville. Hate? No. There's nothing to hate in metal, steel, gold, or platinum. Your machine, it's just a tool, made of wreckage of the Divide. All that was brought here. Many in the Mojave think the Divide's nothing but canyon and storm. Wasn't always. There was life, a town farther west. Not talking about an old world town like Hopeville. More recent. Something you saw in your lifetime. It had the name, the Divide, too. But rather than cracks in the earth, it was a road from the west into the Mojave, a supply line. Took a courier to make that road. You. Back then, you saw the road with eyes facing east. This time, the Divide's in the other direction. And if your eyes try to make sense of it when you reach it, home's not what it was. All roads lead back to one's home. Not your birthplace, maybe, but home. Home isn't where you were born into this world. You taught me that. Part of your message, whether you meant it or not, can be a place of mind, a moment where you know who you are, the history of it, and they can be places you breathe life into. Never would have known the Divide had it not been for you. The road you made with your tracks again and again. You were the only one willing to make the journey to and from here. A hard road. Kept the land before the Divide alive through seasons, storms. Can't have been just a job. Was something more to you. Don't feel for a place that hard unless it's home. Wrong. No, I know the truth of it. It was you walking that road that kept the Divide alive. It grew from what you did. Settlers, camps, filling that old world city. Chance for a new nation, new beginning, new way of thinking. Could have breathed new life into the Mojave, bridging east, west, like Hoover Dam. But not old world. Something you made. Road was a supply line. Not anymore. If one existed, the two-headed bear would have claimed it, and it tried to. NCR saw the worth in that road you made, staked a claim whether it was wanted there or not. True elsewhere in the Mojave. And where the bear tries to cling to life, the Legion comes, bearing messages. Some brought by blade, others by couriers. You knew what was coming, as sure as I know what's coming for you. This time you carry the burden. Walk west into the sun, and keep walking until it dies. There, I'll be waiting.
Alright, once I go to this camp that's just up ahead, I'll call it a stream. let's use this. There we go. Right. And with that, I'll call it a stream here, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, be sure to come follow me if you haven't already, and I'll be sure to make more. And also, come subscribe to my YouTube channel, which I'll put in the chat in just a second. There we go. And I make videos from Monday to Thursdays over on YouTube, and I stream on Wednesdays as well as on Saturdays and Sundays here on Twitch if I have the chance. So, until next time, later haters.